Assalamualaikum Abi to you guys. Welcome back to Ole YouTube channel. Today our team members, which consist of me, Azim, Amin and Shafiq, will briefly talk about steam iron. Steam iron has been widely used by many people as it helps to get rid of wrinkles quickly compared to normal iron. Before we go further, let me explain to you what is iron steam. Steam iron is a pressing iron with a compartment holding water that is converted to the steam by the iron's heat and emitted through the sole plate onto the fabric being pressed. Steam iron basically functioning to continuously produce steam when the iron is on. Steam is the key to the ironing because it helps get rid of wrinkles quickly. Steam permits the fiber of the fabric and the heat from the iron make them stay in place. Now let's start with the introduction how this is being created at the first place. Basically, gentlemen, at the picture is Henry White Seeley, who responsible on invented the first electric iron in history on 6 June 1882. He named it as electric Flatirон, which weighed almost 6.8 kg and took a long time to heat. Flatirón is actually the combination of flat and iron. Let's moving on the timeline on the evolution of iron. After the first invention of electric iron on 1882, the year of 1892, the iron has been innovated by using electrical resistance that use heat to the sole plate. On 1920s, the first iron with thermostat has been invented that help to regulate the temperature so that it's suitable with different fabric clothes. Next, on 1939, E.P. Serrier patented the iron steam chamber, where there is waterway being heated. Next, the picture shown on the slide is the latest creation of steam iron. There is 4 major components that will be explained detailed in the working principle. The first one is heating element, second thermostat, vaporizer, and the last one is water reservoir. The concept is relatively simple, which convert electric energy to heat energy. Without further ado, let's go to the working principle. So for the working principle of steam iron is basically generated from electric energy convert to heat energy. Then the heat energy will heat the heating element. When the coil on the heating element is being heated, then some water will be added to the heating element. Then water become the steam or vapor. So next we have thermostat. Thermostat is controlling the temperature for the iron. When uh, when we have the suitable temperature for the iron, suitable temperature for the fabric that we want to use, so the steam iron basically is ready to use. So for the every component that have in this device, I will explain in the next slide. So we move to the next. Okay, so we proceed to the schematic diagram of steam iron. For the steam iron, as you can see, it's divided into two parts, which is a stand schematic diagram and iron schematic diagram. So both of these will function together to work on. So there are many components in this schematic diagram. I will short review about the component in detail. So the current flow from the left, and when we hit the switch button, and at this point the current will be connected, and the circuit will be connected, and the current will flow. So then the current is converted to the heat energy, and then thermistor will absorb the certain amount of heat, which is the certain amount of heat to the device work on. So after thermistor function, then the device already have the exact amount of heat, then the power LED will lights on. So then the heat is will transfer to the next component, which is heating element, and then the heating element will hit the coil to exact amount of heat to convert water into steam. So before that, the heating element, we have both side should same function, but for the stand, heating element is to convert water into steam, but in iron side, the heating element is to heat the sole plate. So then we have thermal fuse. Thermal fuse function is to as a circuit breaker for the circuit. So thermal fuse normally to detect overheat for fire, short circuit, and abnormal electronic operation. Thermal fuse can not reusable when they were used once. So in simple word, we can say the thermal fuse is the protection for the circuit in this device. So when they were used one, you cannot you need to buy another one to function, to ensure the device can be used again. So after the coil is heated, then electro valve will release some water to the coil, and then the water that has released from the electro valve will converted into steam. And then after the steam produced, then the pump will take part to channel the steam to the iron. So at iron we have same component like stand, but additional for thermostat. Thermostat is the component that control temperature. So in thermostat we have bimetal strip, which from bimetal strip is from two type of different metal, which is glass and iron. So why two type of different metal? Because we need it to break the circuit, which mean thermostat, when you while you ironing the fabric, you have the exact amount to every different fabric need a different temperature to ironing. So if we have cut example of cotton, we need to 100 degree Celsius. So thermostat will function will set to 100 degree Celsius, then bimetal strip will take part. So when the device has exceed to 100 degree Celsius, then bimetal strip will cut the circuit from continuously heated. So your fabric will save to for the ironing, and then after uh, So when the iron is cold, then thermometer strip will connected again to proceed with the heating the sole plate. So that's all for the explanation for steam iron. I hope it will be.
Fit you guys in
I
some ways.
hope the explanation for the steam iron will be good for you guys. Okay. Thank. So that's all. Thank you.